Yo, what's up, guys? Hold on one second. How's it going, guys? This is Technical Tim here, and I'm here to break down and give away a free pick for UFC Philadelphia. And I'm going to be talking about Sheymon Moraes and Sodiq Yusuff, and I'll just call him Sodiq for purposes of this video. I think that's how you say it. But before I just kind of get into the technical aspect of it, I don't understand why people, odds makers, keep underestimating Sheymon Moraes. I hit him his last two fights against Julio Arce and who's the other one? Matt Sales. And yeah, like I don't understand. I mean, the guy's really, really good. Back to his World Series of Fighting days, he's a really, really good striker. And he doesn't have like the best ground game, but he has decent takedown defense as far as like understanding how to use whizzers and underhooks and things like that to kind of fight first layer takedown opportunities by opponents. But I don't get that. And just like, not only is he not good, just stylistically, I don't know why he was an underdog in either of those fights. And I'm not saying that in hindsight. I was actually like confused. I was wondering if I was missing something in the last two fights. But I played him. I also played him by KO against Julio Arce. I was rewatching that fight whenever I was taping. And god damn it, he was so close. I almost hit that. But anyway, sorry about the rant. But first of all, I think this is an awesome fight. It's probably one of the, could be fight of the night if it doesn't end early. And I think the line is off. I think at the worst for Sheymon, it's about 50-50. So he's currently sitting at plus 160, which means his implied odds are saying that he wins 38% of the time. And I think I don't see him only winning 38% of the time. I don't see Yusuff outstriking him 62% of the time either. Stylistically, this should probably be an all-striking fight. That's what these guys both prefer to do. Yusuff almost exclusively kickboxes at distance, and so does Sheymon. And Sodiq also, every now and then in other fights, he would clinch people up against the cage. And kind of play a game like that. I saw him do that a couple times, but not in a way to like pursue takedowns, more so to kind of just like stall out time almost. So I expect this to be a perimeter kickboxing match. And Yusuff, Sodiq also, he hasn't really gone up against that many good guys. Mike Davis on the Tuesday Night Contender Series was a good fighter, good striker, but flawed in many ways. Didn't know how to check leg kicks, so Yusuff just ate him up. And yeah, he just hasn't fought that any other guys, and that's also like a non-technical type of point that I'm bringing up here. And I mean, Sheymon Moraes has fought some really good guys. Only losses were like Marlon Moraes and Zabit. But sorry, I keep ranting. But to this specific matchup, I think it's going to be mostly on the feet, and I think there's three X factors here, I'd say, and I might kind of go into some sub X factors as well. One and number one here, the leg kick battle. Sodiq loves to, he throws a jab and he throws like a right and a left, kind of wild. He kind of loads up on his punches. He's a good striker. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing on him. I'm just saying in this matchup, he's not outmatching Sheymon. But he loves the calf kicks. He loves the low leg kicks. He'll throw on both legs. He'll attack his opponent's both legs too. But that was the main reason he beat up Mike Davis really bad. Those leg kicks set up everything, and he damaged Mike Davis. And even after he had damaged him, Mike Davis kind of like had moments of success in that fight too. But the leg kick battle here, Sodiq, a lot of his success kind of relies on being able to land those leg kicks, and Sheymon Moraes checks leg kicks like a master. And I haven't seen. I was talking about this with another guy who I always talk fights with, and I haven't seen anyone else really bring this up. A good example, if you want to watch for yourself and not just take me at face value and just go look for yourself, watch his fight with Marlon Moraes a few years ago. The first 30 seconds of round one, Marlon was blasting leg kicks, and he stopped after he got checked quite a few times. And I mean, he does that like Sheymon does it like a master, and he trains in Thailand, and he comes from like a Thai kickboxing background, so it makes sense. But I think he's just I think that he's a more technical striker, and just like him being able to check leg kicks like that kind of echoes that point. But yeah, I don't think the leg kicks are gonna be there for Sodiq. And I mentioned the battle of the leg kicks, so they're not going to be there for Sodiq. And also, I think if Sheymon starts throwing them, I'm not sure. I don't know if Sodiq can check leg kicks. Like, we don't know that. I don't think he. I'll look more into it, but I don't think he has an extremely like a strong kickboxing base. I mean, he's a good kickboxer, but I don't know if like those little intricate details. He relies a lot on his athleticism, I feel, but I don't know if those little defensive intricate details will be there if he hasn't been kickboxing for a long time. Like if you watch Sheymon versus Marlon Moraes, he was really checking those well. So I think that will be key, because I think that will take away some of Sodiq's main weapons, his calf kicks. Second X factor here is a lot of people brought up Sheymon's cardio, and I agree he's gassed in the past, no doubt. He gassed against Julio Arce, and he gassed against Matt Sales. But I think the difference between those two fights and this fight is Arce and Sales pressure a lot. They're not like they clinched up and would try to grapple, which I don't think Sodiq will do. Like Sodiq might clinch up at times, but I think mostly he'll be kind of a classic perimeter kickboxing match. But those two were like grappling with the intent to actually maybe get Sheymon down. So I think the grappling probably was a contributing factor as to why Sheymon slowed down in both those third rounds in that fight. But also, those guys are kind of more pressure strikers. Sodiq at times pressures, but usually he likes to sit back, especially in that Dana White Tuesday Night Contender Series fight. So I expect him to not be pressuring he might pressure at times, but not like for extended minutes. So I don't think Sheymon will wear down as much. And honestly, Sodiq kind of slowed down a little bit in the second half of the Tuesday Night Contender Series fight. But that being said, I don't think either guy has a massive cardio advantage. But I don't think Sheymon will gas here. I don't think that's going to happen. And also in fights that are kind of more analogous to this fight, his World Series of Fighting fights against Marlon Moraes and who was the other guy? Let me look it up for you guys. Luis Palomino. Yeah, those are kind of perimeter kickboxing matches, and just like this fight should be, and he didn't slow down at all. So I don't think the cardio is going to matter here. So I think that helps Sheymon, because everybody knocks him usually for not having good third rounds. And then also the last kind of X factor here. I don't know if this is just like one single thing, but I think just the variety in Moraes' strikes against the variety in Yusuff's strikes. I think Sheymon throws a lot more. Yusuff throws plenty of strikes, but it's more kind of low kicks, and I think that will be taken away when Sheymon starts checking kicks right away. And he kind of throws a left and a right, and he throws a jab every now and then too. But it's kind of repeatable. Like he'll throw other strikes, but kind of just like one time every now and then. Like you'll see him throw like a body kick or something. But I think he becomes a little more predictable because he doesn't mix up his strikes as much. Where I think Sheymon will start reading him, especially when he starts checking those kicks, and then he doesn't really have, and then, Yusuff doesn't really have the kicks to go back to. And I think Yusuff will kind of just be throwing punches a little more after that and won't be able to diversify. And I think Sheymon will start reading him after a couple minutes in this fight. And then Sheymon throws a lot of variety. He throws a jab, he throws leg kicks, he throws a straight right, he throws a left hook. I mean, he throws every strike you could possibly see. And he'll mix up his kicks, he'll throw body kicks, he'll throw head kicks. He throws a little bit of everything. And he doesn't load up on his punches as much as Sodiq. Sodiq will kind of load up. I mean, they're still like really good. I'm not bashing on him. I'm just comparing him to Sheymon. I think Sheymon's just a little more technical, but he loads up on his punches a little more. So I just think kind of all those three things combined, the checking of the kicks for Sheymon, his cardio probably not being an issue here, and that he has a little more strike variety, means that he shouldn't be plus 155 or 160. I think I got him at plus 160. I can't remember. He shouldn't be that big of a dog. I just don't understand the line. And with all that being said, I could see Yusuff winning the fight. Like, I could see him landing something big, but Sheymon seems to have a pretty good chin. He's been dropped a few times in fights. He got dropped a couple times versus Marlon. But, I mean, I could see Yusuff landing something big, or just, like, winning a very tight kickboxing match. But I just don't see Yusuff running away with this fight either. I think if anyone runs away with it, it would be Sheymon, to be honest. So, just you don't play fighters, you play the number, and the number's off here. So even though this is a close fight, Sheymon shouldn't be plus 150, and I think you got to throw a unit on it. So I'll be going a unit on Sheymon Moraes, maybe more. I'll kind of decide, but yeah, that's my breakdown. Sorry. I just thought about doing this video like 10 minutes ago, so I wasn't too prepared. So sorry if it was a little scramble-minded, but I just wanted to get my thoughts out there while they were fresh. So thanks for listening. Subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And like the video if you can too. It always supports the channel. And if you have any questions, comment below. If you want the rest of my picks for the week, look at my Bet MMA page in the comment box. And if you have any questions too, just tweet me or whatever. But thanks for listening. If you guys have any other fights you want broken down, just also reach out to me. Thanks. Bye.